Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Life at 10. I'm Bhumika, and today we are talking about something that has been on a lot of people's minds lately, the geopolitical tensions that we are seeing across the region, and how that is actually affecting the life and business in Dubai and the wider UAE. We all know that Dubai has always been known for its stability, its resilience. But whenever there is uncertainty in the region, people start asking questions. What does this mean? How is it going to affect the business? What is the situation? I have someone joining me today who would actually tell us the real story that is happening there. And to understand this better, I have Mr. Rohit Ghai joining me from 10 Leaves. Hi, Rohit. How are you?
All good, Bhumika. Live from Dubai. How are things from your side?
Things here are good. I hope you guys are safe and doing well.
That's something which we have received over WhatsApp and calls over a period of time, courtesy
Yes.
to, I guess, all those Indian news channels which are showing. I don't know what. I saw one which there's a guy actually standing in a bulletproof vest and reporting from Dubai, apparently, because there's no bullets flying around for sure, but I don't know why. Bulletproof vest and he's reporting as if some. I mean, yeah. So people obviously get worried and saying, okay, what's happening there? But yeah, not as dramatic as is shown.
Right. And Rohit, it becomes very difficult to actually, understand which news channel is genuine, what actually is happening there. Because sitting at this side of the world, it's shown as if something is really scary and there are bombs everywhere and people are not going out of the houses. So, what is the current situation like, Rohit?
So, Bhumika, first thing's a very good question. Where do you get your news from? And I believe uh, the Dubai has handled its media very well. There is a Dubai media office. There is the NCEMA. I don't know the full form, a National Center for Control, and I will put this up on our social media. But they have
Okay.
very specific channels. The three or four channels on X, on other social media, where
Right.
which we follow for
Hmm.
authentic news. Gulfnews.com also is an authentic source because they would tell you what exactly is happening. Now, if you go to an Indian news channel, or I don't know about others, I can tell you about Indian news channels because the first day I happened to see what they were reporting, and they were like literally there's background music with sirens, and none of that is happening here in Dubai.
Right, exactly, exactly. And it gets us so worried. We genuinely are so worried. Hmm.
Yes, I read about someone on X, very unfortunate that her mother had a cardiac arrest because she's staying here, and by looking at this news, her mother got all worked up, and unfortunately, it seems that she passed away.
Hmm.
It's really, really, crazy to do something like that. So, I would really follow authentic news channels. Now, I'll give you an example.
Hmm.
When we get an alert, yes, everyone knows that there are missiles flying over. Uh, all of them have been intercepted. Some of them fell into the sea. There have been some shrapnel related damage. It's all there on the authentic news channel, which you can look
Right.
at. But yes, so these missiles are so there are two categories. One is a missile and one is a drone. The missile flies very, very high, I think around 90, 100 kilometers above. And the defense forces here have interceptors. So we've heard loud boom sounds. And those boom
Okay.
sounds are because these interceptors are intercepting these missiles around 100 kilometers above the earth. So these are THAAD missile interceptors, THAAD. So
Okay.
this all is done 100 kilometers above the earth, but then it creates an ecosystem or echo sound. So it sounds like it's right next to you, but really it
Hmm.
is very, very high. Uh, Obviously, you can't dictate where the shrapnel would fall. So there have been instances where shrapnel has fallen and caused damages, but that's the missile side of things, right? So
Hmm.
second is the drones, which are the low cost warfare which have aggressors have been doing. But again, these drones are likely shot down by the defense forces here. There have been some cases where they have gone and created some damage, but not to the extent as to what people would normally think of, that there are things flying all around and we are running and having seeking shelter. So
Hmm.
when missile alert comes in, it comes on our phone, and it very
Okay.
specifically says that, we are currently dealing with this attack. So please continue to, if you're in a car, continue to go and then reach a safe place. Don't just go panic and do stuff. If
Right.
you're in the house, stay away from windows, because sometimes the blasts, something may happen, unfortunate, then the glass shatters first.
Glass
So
breaks. Yes. Hmm.
they stay from doors and windows or whatever, and just generally be in a safe area until we communicate further. And usually after half an hour, 20 minutes, we get a intimation again on our mobile phone saying, yes, now it is safe, that the attack has been uh, taken care of. So you can now resume your activities. Now, all this is done using your mobile phones and the link. Now, some people have found that to be a bit more, the sound is quite like an alert, like bam, kind of an alert.
Hmm.
But
Hmm. Hmm.
they took that feedback into consideration, and they did reduce that. From yesterday, they've reduced even that sound, and the night they don't even give the sound. So this proactive feedback loop there, um, as opposed to, let's say, if you had air sirens all around the city. Now that would be quite more panicky, because that's a different thing.
Absolutely.
Hearing children,
Absolutely.
children hearing all of that, and now it's a mobile phone alert. So for lack of a better thing, it sounds like I've got a SMS.
Hmm.
So these kind of things are, like I said, so don't believe those channels which are showing all, air raid sirens going around. Nothing of that sort in Dubai. Malls are open. I myself went to the mall a couple of times. People are there, children are there, everyone's
Okay.
generally
So
okay.
it's not restricted. You guys are going out of your houses.
Yeah, people have started work also. We are working from home. We choose to work from home because, frankly, we just found our opportunity to tighten up our processes, Ramadan time and things like that. And we're staying cautious and alert. But there are offices are open, business as usual in many places. Many private and public sectors, they are choosing to work from home, at least some parts of it. Malls
Hmm.
are open. It's quite crowded also in many cases. And food shops are open. I mean, those restaurants are open. Deliveries are happening. It's all pretty standard, pretty okay.
Right. Okay. That's actually reassuring to hear because the media is, exaggerating things.
You
uh,
sounded disappointed.
no, no, it's actually reassuring because, people who have families staying there, they are actually very worried. So good. And,
Flights have,
something.
flights have
Sorry.
res- flights also have resumed. Of course, they have this
Yes.
air pocket.
Yeah.
They were speaking about it. They was also saying they have these what is specific, I can't remember the name of, but they have these air pockets or whatever it is, what you call the parts, which are secure enough, and that's
Hmm.
calculated in real time. And there's a lot of calculation going behind that. It's not like, they're just sending a flight and saying let's hope for the best or something. No, they have a very clear flight paths which are mapped out. So obviously that's not 100% yet. And whenever there's an attack, the flights are real time. They are intimated, and then they have a certain amount of time when the flights are suspended. So a lot of these things are very real time activities which are happening.
Right. Right.
You know,
Okay. Hmm. 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 So I think Dubai is continuing with a lot of stability and confidence, which is good to hear.
we see. I mean, like I said, Dubai bashing has been there from quite some time. People, most of this happens from people outside who may not have had the Dubai story yet or whatever. But it's very sad to see people maligning a place which in many newspapers or in many periodicals they say that, oh, these guys are flashy cars and big houses and a tax-free haven. And they take away a lot from what the actual place is, where we have actual working people here. We work very hard
Right.
for a living. The government is pretty proactive. The infrastructure is not made from, it's not, doesn't drop from thin air. There are actually people working on stuff. Big companies here, big people, big families, across the board, blue collared workers, white collared workers. Everyone's working very hard to make a living here. Yes, we got the flashy parts of it as well. We got the malls and everything, but it's not like everyone's living in a mall, you know. You
Absolutely.
they're actual. It's just like any other country. I mean, maligning it just because you saw some. Okay, yeah, we got tax-free income, but that's. I mean, I don't know. That's a very one-sided view of things and very shallow view of how you perceive a place. You know.
Hmm. But clearly, I think, Rohit, in this situation, the Dubai government has, once again they've proved themselves, and I think they're handling the situation really well. So that's a good
Exceptional,
thing.
actually. See, I'll
Hmm.
tell
Hmm.
you, a lot of families here, everyone over here is reassured because of the way they are handling it. They're very transparent.
Absolutely. Hmm.
People say that you're not allowed to take photos, but I mean, are you going to be taking videos when something like this is happening, or are you going to be seeking shelter?
Hmm.
Which is your priority right now? Secondly, there's a this is a place where there is an aggressor and we are being attacked. There is a lot of information which goes out from photos, location wise, etc., which is at the end of the day maybe fodder for someone who's not in our best interest. So when
Right.
the authorities tell you something, you just have to comply with it for your own safety. I mean, and they're doing a very good job day and night. They're working very hard to make sure that people are not inconvenienced, and you know,
Hmm.
and it's not easy intercepting these. In fact, defense experts also have been quite surprised that UAE is able to do this, but they are well prepared. They are and their disaster recovery management one is exceptional. I mean, really hats off to them, and that's the confidence which we are sitting here with. It's not that we're
Right.
just hoping for the best or something. We're actually, if you're able to take your child to a mall in a time like this, you need to be very well assured that yes,
Exactly. Hmm.
So I feel they're doing an exceptional job.
Right. Right. Right.
Mhm.
Uh, Rohit, moving on to the business perspective, like now, because Dubai is such an international hub for finance, entrepreneurship, innovation. So, how are the businesses reacting to this current regional tensions?
See, I mean, let's face it, business will be affected. I'm not going to be saying I'm hoping, but let's be realistic. There will be a slight downturn, has to be, because then there's a
Mm.
perception that has been created that. So we got to counter that perception. We got to go back into the market and say, you know what, we've been through 2008, the market crash. People said Dubai is finished because real estate all gone, all gone to not.
Yes, yes.
Uh, COVID happened. They said, "Oh, COVID now is going to go to Dubai," and every time Dubai has we've bounced back stronger, and that's not because of any fancy luck or anything. They just worked harder, and they ensured that they are able to show the world that they mean business, and they're really able to they strategize based on what's given to them. It's not so there is an adverse. There will be an adverse impact, yes, how much I don't know yet. It depends on perception, but I'm
Mm.
very confident that there will be confidence building measures which the government will take, and we as businesses also will do because we are living this. So it's very easy to sit somewhere else and talk about it, but we're sitting here, and I feel the best confidence building measures can be done by businesses who are here to show
Mm.
the world that yes, things happen. It's not our choice. No one's sitting here and wanting things like this to happen. No one elected for this. No one. This is not the best case scenario for in any stretch of imagination. But when
Mm.
there's an adversity, when something like COVID happens, no one can provision for it or say, "Oh, that's a black swan event." So, but what we can do is what's in our control is how we react to it. So I feel a lot
Absolutely.
of businesses are, waiting, watching, understanding, tightening up a bit, ensuring that they don't overspend where they don't need to.
Mm.
They will some small hit in the job market because I don't think anyone's going to be recruiting for expansion right now. We're mostly looking at how to handle a bit of contraction if there's any, and and bounce back much stronger. So for that, we
Mm.
need to be quite uh, sensitive to how you're going to handle this. Be more focused on doubling down on your efforts and then of course bouncing back and seeing how we can tackle this issue.
Right, like maybe take a little pause right now and just slow down and see how things go.
Yeah, I mean, we incidentally, internally also, I feel, and like many other businesses, we're going to be relooking at all our processes, efficiencies, and we're seeing maybe this is something which there's always a opportunity in adversity somewhere. So
Mm,
we're looking at how we can maybe, oh, you know what, if this took like 10 steps to do, maybe we can do it in 2 steps and create more efficiency. So if we were looking at taking in an additional person, maybe we're saying, okay, now is the time when we really have to tighten up and see how we can get this done better. And
mm,
incidentally, that increases our own efficiency and it makes it better. So I feel there will be a silver lining to all of this. Small, big, I don't know how it's going to play out, but
mm.
I think businesses here are going to be looking at becoming more efficient, using more technology, uh, uh, better communication across, and ensuring that everyone is in their own small way contributing to uh, continuing to build the UAE economy.
Right. And Rohit, I just have this one last question that I want to understand that how are you handling your team right now? Like, how is the team responding? Are they actively working, or are they panicking? So, as a business owner, how are you handling this?
Uh, Bhumika, I transparent communication really. So we're having this weekly call. I have given them the option of not going to office. I've told
Hmm.
them work from home, and really doesn't matter if you work from home. We have been there before. We anyways are used to working from
Absolutely.
home.
We do follow a hybrid anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's not new to us. Any kind of apprehensions they have, we actually having a weekly call, at least once in 10 days. We've had it twice already, where I'm being very open and communicating with them, saying this is where it is, this is how it is. Some of these are young professionals who are alone here, so we have offered them to relocate into a different place if they're not feeling. If the perception is, oh, you know what, I'm too close to some place which maybe.
Acha.
Okay,
Okay.
so we say, like Abu Dhabi, some obviously there were more issues there. So,
Hmm.
uh,
Hmm.
see, Abu Dhabi team, if you want to come to Dubai for some time, whatever makes them happy and comfortable, we are all open. These are the times when also you look at it beyond the professional side and you say, as human beings, are we able to help each other and make sure that everyone's comfortable?
Right.
While the government does their thing, I feel we also have a obligation to understand and be sensitive to people's concerns and apprehensions. Discuss them. A lot of people don't discuss. I'd say discuss it, speak with each other, but don't gossip. Don't go with WhatsApp forwards and say, oh, this is happening. My friend from there told me. That's not
Hmm.
going to lead in anything positive. What's going to yield
Right.
positive is sit together, know the situation. Don't be ignorant, but be cautious and alert. And once you understand and be more positive, I feel you'd be in a better position to tackle this. It's not easy. I'm not trying to trivialize the situation, but everything is possible if you work together. And these are the times when working together is not optional. It is actually essential.
Hmm. Makes sense. Makes sense. I think it's a very powerful way of putting it. Uh, Thank you so much, Rohit. I think today's conversation was very insightful, very helpful, and it also gives out a clarity of the real situation there. So, thank you for sharing such a balanced view of the situation.
Absolutely. Thanks so much. And I understand that, in my own small way, I try to communicate with everybody because we are in the business of bringing in business from other countries. So a lot of my clients also have got in touch and saying
Hmm.
that situation's fine. And I think it's my duty in my own small way to make them understand that yes, it's not business as usual in that way, but it's not the way it's being portrayed as well. So
Hmm.
we are all hoping for the best, and we are praying that this tides off faster, and we won't want to be in this situation. But when faced with such a situation, I feel we are trying to be positive and stay positive.
Right. We really hope that things get better soon. So, thank you once again.
Sure. Thanks. Have a good
Yes.
one.
Yes. And to our listeners, The conversations like this remind us that Dubai's strength lies in the stability, long term vision, and the ability to adapt even when the global environment becomes uncertain. To everyone tuning in, thank you so much for joining us on Life at 10. We will be back soon with more conversations on leadership, businesses, and life behind the scenes of 10 Leaves. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and stay informed.